Okay. First of all, we'll be starting from tuple today, tuple and set. Let's cover this thing. So let me give you an example of tuple. Tuple example, I think I already gave you first working day. Suppose v equal the same thing. Whatever we have checked in list, the parenthesis is the different. The square bracket was there for list. For any kind of list declaration, we can declare in this way. Okay. For tuple declaration, it should be in this way, this manner. So v equal, let's put some value. It should be, it can be heterogeneous as well, just like list. Okay, there'll be no issue. So just have print on top of v. Also, I'm printing the data type of v. Okay, so the class is tuple. You can see means the particular thing I'm declaring over here, it's a tuple. Now we already have list in the picture. Why we require tuple? Whatever things we can do on, list and tuple should be similar. But the main difference is we cannot do the item assignment just like a string. So this tuple is a immutable data type. I cannot change anything. So similarly, we can slice it based on the index 0, 1, 2, 3. It's same. But let me just have some item assignment. Suppose v0 equal 4. If I'm going to run it, it will be throwing error. Tuple doesn't support item assignment. Okay, the same as string. Whatever we can do in list. So this thing is not possible here. So as we are not able to do the item assignment, so lots of method, just like insert, append, pop. So this kind of thing, we cannot go ahead with tuple. Okay, so there is very less number of methods are available. Suppose I'm putting v dot. There should be only two main method. One is count and the one is index. Count will be counting the value. We checked it. Suppose I'm counting values of 2 present in entire tuple, printing the result as well. Okay, it's what? If I increase the number of 2 over here, and see it should be 2. Okay, similarly, I can find the index as well. I can put 2, the first index should be there, or put 3, the index should be. Index is another method. Means position of 3 is 2 means 0, 1, 2. This is the second position. Okay. Hope this is understandable. So you have very less number of methods available over here. Slicing is same as the list. So I did not repeat it because everything is captured in index and the index is starting from 0th position, 0, 1, 2. It's exactly similar, just like a list. But we cannot do much operation on tuple due to item is not assignment over here, assigned over here. Now the thing is why we require tuple. We already have list in picture. Even whatever functionality tuple is having, it's very less than that of list. So why we are using this? Maybe for the project requirement, we need to choose such an heterogeneous array which cannot be modified. Okay, suppose I'm creating an app which is collecting all the coordinates for a particular state. Okay, for important coordinates. Maybe I'm using a cab. I'm just creating some cab. I'm having all the coordinates for the pickup and drop location, just like this. Okay, so pickup and drop I need to put within a tuple because individual's locations coordinate cannot be modified. Okay, So this kind of thing, I need to determine what is the purpose of the data type, which kind of value I'll be storing in the data type. If it's totally static, we can go ahead with declaring the thing in a tuple, not in list. Okay, so based on this kind of requirement, we can choose the usage of tuple. Okay, moving to the next data type, the last one, set. This is the last one. How to declare a set? Let me quickly declare it. Declaring a variable s equal curly braces. So set can also be declared with curly braces. Okay, I'm declaring this thing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 this way. I'm printing s as well as printing the type of s just to show you whether it's a set or not. Okay, I can also put, I think, heterogeneous element as well. Let me check. I haven't checked it earlier. Yes, but generally for the purpose we are using set, it's totally for the set theory. Okay, we learn in the set theory what we can do, just like difference, intersection, union, all those kind of operation is available for set. Generally, people will use set for this purpose only. And one more important thing, the first line is very important. Ordered collection of unique objects. Set is has the quality if we put the same object twice. Okay, suppose I'm introducing 1 again, 3 again. Okay, I'm printing this set over here. You can see they did not repeat 1 and 3 again and again. They have removed it. So set will be the collection of unique objects. Although I'm putting multiple things with the same object ID, it is discarding that stuff. I hope this is understandable. And another thing, I just mentioned that the order collection of unique objects. Unique is there and it should be also ordered. If I put it in a haphazardly manner, suppose 56, then I'm putting 30, then 20, then 32 in this manner. Let me print it. Okay, it's not ordered. It's really, it should be ordered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this way. Okay, why it's not ordered? Let me quickly check. 32 is coming first. Why? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 20 till it's fine. 30 and 20, it is not opening properly. Let me remove 1 and 3 and check. Okay, some issue is there with the interpreter, I'm assuming. Let me check that thing. But it should be properly ordered. Set is always ordered in nature, as well as it will be keeping only unique objects. Okay, so ordered collection of unique objects. Over here, just I mentioned that I can convert, just like previously I have shown you that how we can convert the data type from integer to character, character to integer, this kind of thing. So you can also convert between list and set. We can convert between tuple and set this way. Just we need to mention the keyword. Suppose I'm declaring a list on top of this set. So A will equal list of S. So I can use this kind of inbuilt function. This is the inbuilt function. Okay. So I'm creating L on top of S. L is a list over here. Similarly, I can convert also list to set with putting a set function. So whatever function I need to convert, I can use the same keyword and use I as a function. Okay, so you can see the below one is a list. It's not a set. Okay, now let me introduce you the operation of difference, intersection, union, copy clear. It's fine. There is you can understand what is copy clear. Okay, let me show you quickly. Okay, before that, let me introduce another set just for the understanding. Okay, one set. The first set, let me put S1, which should be having all the odd number. Just for the understanding, I'm putting in this way. Okay, and the second set that I'm putting in this way, S2, it should be having all the numbers in this manner. So I want to get the output of the union. So, okay, how to do the union is I'm just whatever union resultant result would be there, it will be stored in the final set that is called S. Okay, so how to call it? S1 dot union is a method. Okay, union. While passing the method, I need to pass the parameter of the second set as well. In this manner, we can declare the thing. I'm printing the output of S. Let's see whether it's properly union or not. Yes. So you can see the first one is having only the odd number. The second one is having all the numbers till 8. It's kind of natural numbers till 8. So we can see as we are doing the union operation, all the elements from both of the set should be present, but it will also remove the duplications because I told that it's a property of the set. It will not maintain the duplications. Okay, so this is the way they have done this thing and it's properly shown over here in the output. Similarly, if we just go ahead with the intersection part, intersection means a common one, common data elements between the two data set. So we are having 1357. Only the odd numbers are present for both of the data set. That is why it's 1357. There is a thing called minus or difference. Difference means while declaring difference method, it will matter which one I'm declaring first, S1 or S2. So the difference is working on top of S1 and passing the parameter S2 means whatever data elements are not present in S1, then that of S2. Okay, that should be returned over here. Let me run it. So only 9 it's returned because I need to check S1 is mentioned over here at the first. So whichever data elements are extra than that of S2. So only 9 is extra over here. Okay, so the order is mandatory or order is playing a significant role over here during the usage of difference method. Okay, so let me just change the order and we can see some difference in the result as well. It means what extra thing S2 is having than that of S1. Okay, we can see 8, 2, 4, 6. 8, 2, 4, 6. This is the output. Hope that is understandable how difference is working. Copy is very simple. I can copy a
Can
data.
you can
Yeah.
you please repeat this again? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Which one difference?
Yes.
Union. Okay, difference means just like if you have you already completed set theory in the maybe in HS level or maybe some of your engineering level. So just like I have one set called A and another set called B. So I use there a minus sign. So it's same as minus. So what extra thing is there in A? It's not present in B. That will return the same thing over here in the difference. Okay. So this means what extra thing is there in S2? It's not available in S1. Okay. So that will be the output of the difference. I just mentioned difference for
Okay.
difference, just like union intersection, I can put S2, S1 anywhere. But for difference, it will matter. So which I'll be presenting first means that should be the standard one. What extra thing is there which is not present over here? So this output will be a different than that of S1 difference S2. Okay, this one. Just like the same thing, A minus B, B minus A. The things are
Okay.
different. This is not algebraic A. In set theory, minus means what extra thing is there. Okay, that thing I just mentioned. Okay, any other doubt from any other? Is it understandable? It's very simple for Python actually. Just to brush up the knowledge, those will be required in our data frame classes. That's why. Okay, I hope all the things are understandable. Moving to the next topic. Okay, I can create new set just like S3, copying from S1. So just I can put S1 dot copy. Copy is a method over here. So just like it will be copy the entire set and create a new. So this way we can also copy. The copy command, it's also useful for list. I haven't showed this thing because for list there is lots of important methods are available. Okay. What are the other things? Copy is there, clear is there. Clear means I can clear all the entities by putting clear command. Okay. Not going ahead with that thing. Can quickly try if it's possible. So those are all data types we just covered now. Integer, float, boolean, string, list, tuple, set, dictionary. Okay, hope that is understandable. Just have a clear picture of the individual data types.
Yes,
Now,
it's understood.
yeah. Now I'll be just going ahead with some basic, Python syntax for conditional logic, looping part, and user defined function one by one. So conditional logic we can implement based on if else statement. Okay. So let me just go ahead with some hands-on part over here. Give me some second. Okay. So let me just introduce conditional statement. So the thing should be if I need to put some condition over here. Okay. Suppose that some condition, then the statement, if this condition appears, what should I do? I should maintain something. I should do some activity. I should print something. So this kind of thing I can put. Then else, if the condition is not happening, then I can put the rest of the part in else condition. For else, we do not have to put any condition. If the condition is not met in if, then the rest of the activity or rest of the thing should be mentioned in else, and we can give some other activity in else part as well. I can do some print activity. I can do some other activity over here. Let's go ahead with if else statement. Okay. Let's take an input from user. So similar way, x equal, I'm just getting input from user. So the last day I told you, the input function, it's very, very helpful to scan data from the user. Input, enter a number. Okay. I'll be inputting one number from user. I'll be converting the same into integer as well. Last day we checked whatever data I'll be receiving, it should be in string format. So I'm first converting into integer. Whatever number I'll be receiving from the user, first I'm converting into integer and storing into X variable. So X variable, whatever data should be there, it should be integer in nature. Okay, why I'm putting this? Because I'll be doing some mathematical operations over here. I'll be checking whether the number is odd or even, and I'll be giving output to the user, whether it's odd or even number. So if the number is, when I'll be dividing the number, maybe I'm just doing a remainder operation. So x percent 2 means I'll be dividing x by 2. If any remainder appears, then that should be even. So I'm just putting this thing, x percent 2 equal 0. Okay, let me do this way. If the remainder is 0, then put the condition, put a colon. When the condition ends, then put a colon. Okay, then press enter. When you are pressing enter, automatically a space will be added over here. Because why this space is required over here? The next statement should be under this if statement. This kind of spaces are called indentation. Okay. Unlike other language, if we checked other language, suppose I want this thing, I want a particular line should be executed underneath a particular statement. If this thing appears, then what we generally do, we can use parenthesis. Okay, we can use parenthesis over there. But over here, indentation will be helping to understand the particular statement is running underneath the above parent statement. Okay, and this is very important. Python is, I mean, just like it's very case sensitive. We cannot change the cases of each of the keyword, unlike SQL. SQL is very user friendly. We check that time. I can put any kind of cases there in our SQL key syntaxes. But over here, this kind of indentation, the cases we need to mandatorily follow. So if x percent 2 equal 0, I'm just putting a print statement. The number is even because the remainder is 0. Okay. Okay. So the next statement, I'll not be putting anything under this. So I'm going outside of the indentation, putting a backspace, putting else statement. Else is independent of x. So I'll not be putting else over here within any indentation. Okay. If I put this thing over here means within if condition I'm running the else. The logic should be different. So I'm going outside of the else. For else, I'm not putting any conditions. Either it can be 0 or it can be a non-zero. All the non-zero cases should be coming within else statement. Else, I'm putting a colon. I'm not putting anything. Print, the number is a odd number. Odd. Okay. So it's a simple if-else condition. If condition, then the statement. Else, for else, you do not have to mention the condition and the statement is there. Let me run it. It is running, so it's trying to get a number. Let me put some number, suppose 70. Okay, I'm putting 70 over here. The number is even. Okay, let me put another number, suppose 71. The number is odd. I'm putting 71. It's coming over here. It's not matching the condition, so it's not executing the underneath statement. Sorry. Then it's going to the else part and running the underneath statement, giving us the output. Okay. So this kind of conditional operator will be using a lot during our business cases. Suppose I'm using some data frames over there. I'm loading data. Due to several conditions, I need to change the data loading part. So I can control this thing with a if else statement. Okay. If the condition is this, if the business logic is this, then I need to take data in this manner. If the condition doesn't meet, then I'll be taking data with another manner. This way. Just give me some second. Okay. I hope no doubt is there. If there is anything, please tell me. This is regarding conditional logic. Okay. Moving to for loop. Okay, Mustafa, I found you joined. So I think tomorrow onwards we'll be starting the data frames. Okay. So today all the basic things will be covered. Tomorrow we'll be also covering the class, the concept of classes, as well as we will be also installing some uh, libraries in our systems, and we can go ahead with the first of all we'll be going ahead with the pandas thing tomorrow session. Okay. Okay, sir. Yeah. So the next topic will be learning for loop. For loop, it's based on the name, I think we can assume that for loop is just like it's a iteration. The same operation, a particular operation I'll be running with multiple times based on how many iterations it should be running. So to use over here this kind of for loop or while loop, any kind of looping part, we have to use some iterables. Okay, especially for the for loop. For loop, we need to use a iterable. So what is iterable? Iterable will be helping for the loop to be run. How many times it should be running? The frequency of the iterations will be confirmed by the iterables. So how we can declare iterables? Iterables are nothing but just like a list. In a particular list, how many number of elements should be there? Each of the elements should be working as a particular iteration. So list can be called a iterable. Not only list, the collection of, just like all the arrays, just like a tuple, a dictionary, a set, a string, all the things are collection of multiple objects or multiple elements. So that is why each of the elements, the particular data type will be playing the role of iterables, and each of the elements of those data type. Suppose I'm using a list. So each of the element will be representing individual iterations. Okay. Let me just go ahead with direct examples. I'm declaring a list. Okay. L equal, suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is the last element. Okay. I'm declaring a for loop for I is the loop variable. I do not have to declare I in any other in the previous syntaxes. I can directly use in the loop variable. For I in loop, the iterable. So we have the iterable called list. For I in L, print all the i's. Okay, so I'm catching each of the element of L and I'm printing the I. Let me print it. So you can see all the elements got printed. That means I is catching 1, it's printing it over here. In the next iteration, it's going again over here. It's capturing 2, it's printing 2. Again, it's going here. So this way, I is printing all the elements one by one. It's not for the list, all the iterables. Over here, we need to use iterable only. If I put a simple data type, suppose I'm putting only 1. Okay. Now L is not an array. L is a single element one. Maybe L is just like an integer data type. I hope this will not run over here. Yes. Because this object must be a iterable. It must be collection of data set. Maybe one is there, one is a single element, that is fine. it will only return only 1. Okay. So this way, we must need to put a iterable over here just for the for loop to work. We have these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In this way, we are printing all the things. Suppose I'm just taking help of these iterations individually, but I'll not be printing I. Let me print something else. Suppose hello. Okay. Let me print it. So it's taking help from the iterations. There are 9 iterations. In this iterable, there are 9 iterations. And for each of the iteration, hello will be printed. So hello is printed 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can say. So it's similar. Hope it's understandable. Okay, let me use some other thing as well. I can use some tuple. It should be having the same result. Let not print. Let only print I. I'm using a tuple. So it's having the same output. For dictionary, it should be a different output. Let me show a dictionary. Let me declare a dictionary. Dictionary is a bit different. Uh, I'm declaring a dictionary. Suppose 1. This is my first element. Going ahead to the second element with the comma separator. We discussed what is dictionary in the last working day. I hope that is understandable for everyone. So first one, key, colon, value, comma. Comma means first element is closed. Second element I'm going to introduce. Key, colon, value. Okay, we have 2 elements over here. Let me put another elements. 3, colon, value. Okay, 1A, 2B, 3C. Okay, let me print this thing and let's see what happens. Okay, when I'm using this iterable, the dictionary as a iterable, what is happening? It's returning the keys. Okay, I is capturing only the keys. It's not returning the values. Okay, if we want the values to be returned, then we need to mention over here. If we just put over here for on top of L by default, it should be taking the keys. So I can control the thing over here. Suppose I need the values to be returned. So I need to use the values method. Okay, let me run it. You can see ABC is returned. If I want to return the entire key value pair combination, okay, then I need to use another method. I can use items. Okay, you can see when I'm putting in this way. So each of the individual element is nothing but the combination, key value pair combination. 1A, 2B, 3C. So to utilizing dictionary, it's a bit different, but it's not very tough. It's very easy. Okay. We can use some other iterables as well. We can use the range function. What is range function? Suppose I don't want this kind of list tuple set iterables over here. I want a range function to be declared. Range function will be helping to print user defined number. Suppose I want to be printing 1 to 10 natural numbers. So I can just put 1 till 11. I cannot put 10 because it should be checking less than the upper limit. So it should be less than 11. That means it will be printing till 10. So 1 means the first first letter or first digit, okay, comma, the last one, less than last one. We can put some interval in the next comma. After the next comma separator, we can pass another parameter with the interval. If we do not pass an interval, by default, it should be 1. Okay, so I'm using a range function starting with 1, ending with 10, and printing individual elements. Let me print it. So I am getting 1 to 10. Okay, if I now want to change the interval, by default it's 1. If you do not want, it should not be printing in this manner. Let me put 2. So it should be printed with a gap of 2. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Basically, it's a odd number series. Okay. Hope this is understandable. If not, please tell me.
I have one question. Like while putting two, how did it pick all the odd numbers here?
So 2 is the interval, the last space I mentioned. It's the parameter putting over here is the interval of the data printing starting from 1. So
Oh,
as I
okay.
mentioned 2, you can see the output is gap of 2, it's printing 1, then 3, then 5, then 7, then 9. If I put 3, then the spaces between the elements should be 3. So 1, 4, 7, 10. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So
Thank
the
you.
last elements is helping with the interval. Okay. So I can declare some loop inside another loop. I can declare another loop inside it. Okay. So just like this way I can declare another loop. Suppose I'm declaring for j in. So this loop is running on inside this loop because an indentation has been implemented over here. Indentation. Okay. So for j in the dictionary, that is L, print should be inside this for loop, means print is running under this. So I'm returning j comma I. Okay. So on top of L means it will return 1, 2, 3. Okay. For not L, I'm just returning L dot items. That means ABC. Okay. So J is representation of this dictionary's items and I is the representation of the range function's range. Let me just omit this 3 from 1, or let's do not put anything. Okay. I'm using a nested loop. So how the operation will be going ahead, I'll be telling after getting the output. Let me run it. Okay, I'm putting J's. Let me put only values. It should be more understandable. It is also understandable, but let me take the values. Yes. So first of all, what it is doing, the iterable, the particular executor, it's going ahead with this statement, I in range 1 to 11. So my first element should be 1 from this loop. Now, with taking the value I equal 1, it's executing the next statement. Next statement, another loop is running with the j is a variable. Now, with the I equal 1, j is picking up this else values, that is a. Okay. Then I'm printing the result j and I means a and 1. Okay. This is the output. Similarly, so keeping this 1 fixed for each of the one of the outside loop, the inside loop is running multiple times. What I'm mentioning, for each of the iteration of the first loop, the second loop is running till the data is ended for the second loop. So there are 3 data actually. For L dot values means A, B, C. For each of the element of the first loop, it is getting repeated thrice for individual values of this loop. You can see A1. So 1 is fixed. A, B, C are coming from the second loop. So this loop is completed. The executor is coming back to the main loop. It's changing. It's going to the next iteration, that is 2. After 1, 2 is coming. So for up 2 again, all the three A, B, C will be repeating. Then the similar thing will be happening for 1 ABC, 2 ABC, 3 ABC till 10, because the last element of this iterables are 10. So it's printing 10, 10, 10 ABC. So this way the nested loop is working. I hope this concept is clear, because I'm assuming that any one of us, I mean, we all completed some of the basic things in our graduation in C programming or any other programming language. So the similar kind of concept was there, but whoever didn't cover this thing, but that is helpful for them as how for loop works. Okay. I have no doubt. If there is anything, please tell me. Okay. I hope there is nothing. Moving to the next topic, while loop. Let me quickly declare a while loop. A while loop declaration is a bit different. We do not have to use iterations or iterables over here, not iteration. We do not have to use specific iterables. We can create this kind of iterables over here directly. So how to declare a while loop? For while loop, I need to initialize the loop variable first. Okay. Suppose the loop variable is I or A. I'm declaring A equal 1. While let A less than 10. Okay. Putting colon, print A. Inside the loop, I'm incrementing A by 1. A equal A plus 1. So I'm initializing A as 1. I'm putting condition when A less than 10, I'll be printing the value of A. And in the last line, I'm incrementing A's value with 1. Okay. Equal 1, while A less than 10, print A, and I'm incrementing A's value with a 1 separator. Okay. Let's run it. It's returning 1 to 9 because, okay, A's value is 1. It's going inside the loop. It's printing 1. Then in the next statement, A's value is incrementing from 1 to 2 because there is a 1 incremental. A equal to A plus 1. Now this A is capturing 2. It's coming back to the loop. A equal to, still it's less than 10. So 2 is getting printed. Same way we are printing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So when the A's value is 9, it's coming over here again. 9 is less than 10, it's fine. Now 9 is getting incremented to 10 by this statement. It's coming over here. 10 less than 10, if the condition is not meeting, it's going outside of the loop. Okay, so it's returning till 9. This way we can do the while statement. It's also very good one. I hope that is understandable. Suppose I do not put any incremental operator over here. A's value is A, the value of A is 1. 1 is always less than 10. If I do not put any kind of incremental operator, if I run it, then let's see what happens. You can see it's printing only 1 because I haven't mentioned anywhere if how A's value is incrementing. A's value is always 1. That is why this while loop will be running infinite time. This is called infinite loop. A's value is 1. 1 is always less than 10. So it will be printing 1, 1, 1, 1. That time, I mean, if I'm not pausing the program to be executed, it will not be stopping. It will be printing 1, 1, 1, 1. This is called an infinite loop. So I'm pausing it. Okay, I can see how many lots of ones they have printed over here. So that is why it's very important to put the incremental operator over here properly to avoid this kind of infinite loop stuffs. Okay, so there are some important terminologies called break and continue. Inside for loop, if we use some conditional statement, just like if else, okay, suppose I'm searching some pattern or searching some particular thing to be, I mean, searching that particular element in the particular iterable. Okay, so when our condition is met during the iterations, so why should I run the entire loop from starting to end? Maybe while searching the stuffs, I already searched it. So I do not require the rest of the things to be searched. So this kind of thing, we should not run the entire loop. That time we can use a break statement. If our condition is met, we can break and came outside the loop. I do not want the entire day my loop should be running. This should be wastage of compute power. This can be wastage of time as well. So if we want to try to avoid it, because this kind of statement is very, very useful as well. So suppose my condition is met, I can get outside from the loop by putting break statement. Okay. So that is the usefulness of break. And continue. Continue will help. If I mention anywhere continue means after reading the statement continue, it will not run the rest of the part. After continue, suppose we have some parts are mentioned within the loop. So it will not run those stuffs. It will going to the next iteration. Okay. If somewhere in the iteration it got the continue, the rest of the part it will not be executing. Rather, it will be running the next the stuffs on I mean which are available for the next iteration. So that is how break and continues is. I mean those can be useful. Okay. The next topic we are having user defined functions or UDF. User defined function, just like on the previous day we have, I mean previous day today as well. We use lots of functions, just like a print. Print is a function. We also use the input function. Okay. Functions looks like in this manner. Either we can pass some parameter over here, either we pass it or we cannot pass it as well. This is totally as per the function's definition. If the function is defined such a way that we must need to pass some parameter, then we need to do the same. Okay. What are the other things? Yeah, let me just go ahead with the user defined function creation. How to create a function. So there we need to use the keyword called def. Okay, a function name. Suppose I'm putting new function. Then open brace and close brace. Put a colon. In the new function, suppose I want to print. I, I want to print some statement. Suppose hello everyone. Okay, I want to. This is just like a simple function. I'm defining a function. The function will just print the thing. And what is the usefulness of the function? I can utilize this kind of functions in multiple places. I can create this thing, I can define this thing once, but when I'll be calling the function, it can work anytime. How much time I'll be utilizing this thing, I can get the output. Let me show you with an example. Well, when I'll be calling this thing, I just need to call this function name with this function name. Okay. So I'm applying new function in this way. I'm calling it. I'm again calling it. I'm again calling it. So fourth time I just called it. Okay. Let me run this. Hello everyone is printed 4 times. So just one more thing. Here we are also maintaining the indentation. So you can see only one line is there under this function. That means this is the executable statement when I'll be calling this function. This is the executable statement it will be running. So when I'm calling the function each time, it's running this executable statement, hello everyone. So fourth time I have mentioned it. So fourth time it's giving the output. Okay. I can also pass some parameter. How to pass some parameter? Suppose I'm going to introduce a new function over here. Another function definition. Uh, Let me do the square of the number. Square num. This is a function name. So square num, what I will be doing? I'll be passing some value. I'll be passing some parameters. Suppose uh, a b. Okay, let me pass a parameter. A is a parameter. Okay, a parameter should be given by the user. So user will be passing square number function with the number which needs to be squared. Okay, and at the output I'm just putting some print statement. Okay, let me just put some f string where I'll be returning a square. Okay, or let me simply put a cross a. I'm not putting any f string, directly putting a cross a. So whatever a is there, it's returning the value and give us the printed output of a cross a. Okay, let me call square number. So I'm utilizing the function by calling it. Okay, suppose let me pass 10. Let me do the same thing for the other functions with other value. Suppose that is 25. Let's put some big number. 43. Okay, so I'm trying to get the output in this manner. So hello everyone means it's printing this output, and square number it's printing 100. For 25 it's 625. For 43 it's giving us output 1849. So this is the simplest way we can declare a function, and you can utilize the function anywhere in the program. Okay, I can define it only once over here, and I can utilize this thing multiple times when it's required. Hope the thing is understandable. If not, please tell me questions. If there is any doubt, anything. We're almost end of the session as well. User defined function was the last topic for today. Any doubt from any point, whatever we have learned in today's session from anyone? Okay, I believe no. So let's connect tomorrow with having some more concepts, and we'll be also touching data frame, how to create data frame. Today should be our first step where we will be utilizing Python as a database engineering tool. Okay, so we will be creating data frame. Data frame is the basic thing to utilize or to give a shape of the data as the relational DB format. Okay, fine. Let's stop the session for today. We'll be connecting tomorrow. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.